Welcome back, everybody. Ready for another deep dive. This time, we're getting into some seriously deceptive territory. We're talking about The Recognitions by William Gaddis.
Oh, wow, the recognitions.
Yeah, specifically some scenes at this crazy New York City party.
Yeah.
Think artists, writers, socialites, all trying to act like they don't want to be noticed.
Right, right.
But of course they totally do.
Of course.
It's all about who you know and who knows you. And Gaddis uses this setting to explore some big anxieties about art and identity and even success in the mid-20th century. And we want to unpack this idea of what happens when authenticity gets blurry, not just in art, but in like our relationships with each other,
Yeah.
even in who we believe we are, like when those lines get all fuzzy.
That's interesting that you say blurred lines because I think that that's really at the core of these scenes from the book. Gaddis, he doesn't just limit forgery to the art world.
Right.
There's this feeling that almost every interaction, every persona is somehow counterfeit.
Yeah, like everyone's putting on an act.
Exactly.
So let's start with a character who really embodies that idea. Otto,
Okay.
this super talented art forger,
Oh, right.
just got out of jail and is clearly carrying some heavy guilt. You get this sense that he's at this party hoping to find some kind of connection or relief.
Right.
Like he needs to unburden himself.
Yeah.
But then he bumps into this guy who claims Otto plagiarized his play.
Oh, wow.
And it's not a clear-cut situation at all. Otto doesn't deny it outright. He kind of deflects, avoids. It's almost as if he's not even sure himself where the line is between inspiration and theft.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's unsettling, right?
Yeah.
It just immediately throws you into this morally ambiguous world that Gaddis has created. I mean, you remember that anecdote from the novel about the man who sold his play?
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't even his to sell.
Yeah, he'd stolen it.
He was completely plagiarized.
Yeah.
And to me, Gaddis seems to be saying that authenticity, it's not just a black and white issue.
Right.
It's, it's all tangled up with motivations and justifications. It's a very, very complex thing.
It's like a web, like
Yeah.
you get caught up in it.
Yeah.
So Gaddis is already making us question what's real and what's fake, but it's not just about stolen plays, right? It's this whole party.
Right.
It's like this stage for everyone to perform their identities.
That's a great way to put it.
All this name dropping, trying to impress each other.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like genuine connection is the last thing on anyone's mind.
What's so fascinating is that Gaddis really highlights the paradox of this need for recognition.
Yeah.
Because you have all these people in a room clamoring to stand out, and in the process, they're making real connection almost impossible.
Right.
It's really interesting.
It's like the party itself becomes a kind of counterfeit of actual human interaction.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you could say that.
That's a pretty bleak picture.
Well, I mean, Gaddis does introduce a character who sort of disrupts this whole performance. Remember Anselm?
Anselm, oh yeah, he's a bit of a wild card.
Yeah, he's definitely troubled, no doubt.
Right.
But there is this unsettling honesty about him.
Right.
Like he kind of bursts into the party with these pronouncements that are just shocking
Yeah.
about religion, hypocrisy,
Oh yeah.
even his own, mental health struggles.
Yeah.
It's as if he's trying to tear down the whole facade of polite society, expose what's underneath.
Right. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
He's definitely a character you can't ignore, especially with that story he tells about impersonating a doctor. Talk about blurring the lines.
Right.
Makes you wonder if he's like a voice of authenticity or just another form of counterfeit, like an even more disturbing one.
That's the brilliance of Gaddis.
Yeah.
He gives us this deeply flawed character and then forces us to ask, what does authenticity even mean?
Right.
Can someone who is troubled like that, can they also be a source of truth?
That's a great question, and here's where it gets really interesting. The climax of the party hinges on this revelation that Max, this celebrated poet. Oh, right.
A total fraud, his whole reputation.
Yeah.
Plagiarism. And it's even more unsettling because he doesn't just plagiarize words. He takes a painting, cuts it up, and tries to pass off the pieces as his own abstract work.
Oh, wow.
I mean, talk about audacity.
The irony is just, it's perfect. His downfall happens at a party that's supposed to be celebrating art and creativity.
It's like Gaddis is deliberately exposing this hollowness,
Yeah.
And remember, this is all happening while Otto, our art forger, is trying to navigate his own guilt and this longing for connection.
Oh, that's right.
So many layers of deception.
It's true.
And in the middle of all this, we have Esther, the host of the party. And she seems to be the one who most wants something real,
Yeah, she
a
does.
genuine connection
Yeah.
in this whole crazy artificial world. She has this poignant reunion with Otto, but he's not the same man she knew before.
Right.
He's closed off, can't really offer her the comfort she needs.
Right. There's even that moment where she offers him her bed for the night and he refuses.
Oh, yeah.
And it emphasizes their disconnect.
You know, it's interesting because I think Esther's search for connection, it actually mirrors the reader's experience in a lot of ways.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're constantly trying to figure out, okay, who's being genuine here?
Right.
What's real?
What's actually going on?
Yeah, amidst all these characters and their facades.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder if genuine connection can't even exist in a world so obsessed with how things look.
That's a great question, and we'll have to keep thinking about that as we go forward. But let's not forget, the party's not over yet.
Oh, no, not at all. As the night goes on and things start to get a little messy at this party, you start to notice how religion keeps popping up.
Oh, yeah, in the weirdest ways.
It really is almost like a ghost haunting the party. Gaddis isn't, hitting you over the head with it.
Right.
But it's there, woven into the characters' anxieties, their desires.
Like it's always lurking beneath the surface.
Yeah, exactly. Take Stanley, for example. He's drawn to this idea of ultimate judgment. There's some higher power that can provide meaning in this world that just seems so confusing.
Right, like he's searching for a moral compass.
Yes, in a sea of moral ambiguity, exactly. But at the same time, he's constantly running into this hypocrisy.
Oh, yeah.
Both in organized religion and in the people around him.
Yeah, like everyone's using religion as a shield to avoid really examining themselves.
Exactly. And then you have Anselm, who's almost the opposite of Stanley.
Right.
Cynical, disruptive, almost blasphemous in the way he uses religious language.
Yeah.
Like when he mocks Stanley's beliefs, calling them, what was it? Goddamn heretical.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he's trying to tear down any comfort that faith might offer.
So is Gaddis critiquing religion here? Or is he showing us how faith itself becomes another kind of forgery in this world that's so obsessed with appearances?
That is the question Gaddis wants us to wrestle with. He gives us these two contrasting characters, Stanley clinging to faith, Anselm rejecting it. And neither of them finds any real peace. It's like he's saying that even religion becomes suspect in a world where you can't trust anything to be genuine.
It's so interesting how these big existential questions play out alongside these increasingly strained, almost surreal events at the party, like that scene where Anselm, draped in the stolen fur piece, he interrupts Stanley and Agnes with this vulgar poem about love. I mean, it's both hilarious and disturbing.
It really is. It's like Gaddis is deliberately putting the sacred and the profane right next to each other.
Yeah.
To show how absurd the whole situation is. And this is where things really start to break down. Guests are getting sick, fights erupt, people literally disappear.
Yeah.
The party's imploding, and everyone's losing their grip on reality.
There's that one image that really sticks with me. Benny, the TV producer.
Oh, right.
He's obsessed with the smell of a new car. It's almost like he's desperately grasping for something pure, something authentic in this mess.
Yeah, I think Benny's longing for escape is something we see in a lot of these characters. They turn to alcohol or gossip or even just like empty intellectualism, anything to avoid facing those feelings of anxiety and disillusionment.
It's like they can't handle the truth.
Right.
And then there's Otto, who's just getting more and more agitated, withdrawn. It's as if he's not only haunted by his past, but also by this inability to connect with Esther.
Yes. And there's that moment where he reaches for his inside breast pocket, like instinctively.
Yeah.
It's as if he's looking for comfort from something he's carrying.
Wow.
Almost like a physical manifestation of his secrets,
Yeah, the weight of his guilt.
Exactly.
It reminds me of Stanley and that stolen object he's carrying. It's like they're both trapped by these past actions.
You're absolutely right. It's as if Gaddis is saying that no matter how sophisticated we try to be, we all have these hidden burdens, these secrets that shape who we are.
So would you say this party is a kind of purgatory for these characters?
I think that's a great way to put it. It's a place where they have to confront their demons, their desires, the emptiness that's underneath all the carefully constructed lives they've built.
But amidst all this bleakness, Gaddis does offer some glimmers of hope, right? Like these moments of genuine connection.
Right, like when Agnes tries to comfort Stanley.
Oh, yeah.
Offers him understanding, even forgiveness.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even in this moral chaos, compassion is still possible.
It's like a tiny light in all the darkness.
And you see a similar dynamic between Esther and Otto. She recognizes his pain and reaches out.
Yeah.
Even though he can't really reciprocate, her gesture speaks volumes.
About her capacity for empathy, for love.
Exactly. It's as if Gaddis is suggesting that genuine connection, it is still possible in this world. It's just rare and fleeting.
But those moments are so powerful, they make you wonder if maybe, just maybe, redemption is possible.
And then, just when you think things can't get any weirder, Anselm drops a bomb.
Oh, yeah.
He confesses that he's been impersonating a doctor.
Right.
Taking advantage of his patients.
It's horrifying.
It really is. And it raises the stakes of the entire party. It's as if Anselm has become like the physical embodiment of the moral corruption that Gaddis is exploring.
Yeah, like he's a symptom of something much larger.
Exactly. And it's not just Anselm. Remember when The Truth About Max, the plagiarist poet, comes out?
Yeah.
It shatters this illusion that the party was supposed to represent.
Right, the illusion of artistic integrity.
Yes. The facade is completely ripped away.
Leaving just darkness underneath.
Exactly. And as the party continues to spin out of control, these characters are forced to face the consequences of their choices.
Right.
The emptiness of what they're chasing, and the fragility of the identities they've created for themselves.
It's a lot to unpack.
It really is.
But Gaddis doesn't let us off easy, does he? He doesn't offer simple answers or neat resolutions.
Right. He leaves us with this lingering sense of unease.
Yeah.
And forces us to think about the possibility that maybe, just maybe, the search for authenticity is itself a delusion.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that maybe the real challenge is to find meaning and connection in the middle of all this chaos and contradiction.
Exactly.
And disappointment.
And I think that's what makes The Recognitions such a powerful and lasting work of art. Because it doesn't shy away from the hard stuff.
It really doesn't.
But it also suggests that even in the mess, these moments of grace are possible. It's up to us to find them.
Well said.
Thank you.
And as we head into the last part of our deep dive, we'll see how these individual struggles actually reflect much bigger anxieties in mid-20th century America.
You know, it's really amazing how Gaddis captures this specific moment in time, mid-20th century America.
Yeah.
It's like this whirlwind of change, you know, the fallout from World War II, the Cold War looming. Social and cultural norms are shifting like crazy.
And you can feel that tension like simmering beneath the surface of these party scenes.
It's like the characters are all caught in it, desperately trying to find solid ground.
Exactly.
Like Otto, the art forger, I mean.
Right.
He's obviously incredibly talented, but he's also struggling with this pressure to create work that's marketable, work that fits into this increasingly commercialized art world.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, can true art even exist when everything's about profit and mass production?
Right.
It's like authenticity itself is under threat.
It really is. And this whole obsession with status and recognition that we see at the party,
Oh, yeah.
that's everywhere in this world.
It's like that woman who keeps trying to find someone who recognizes her from a book jacket.
Right, right.
She embodies this anxiety about being seen, about achieving some kind of social validation.
Yeah, it's like in a world where the old rules don't apply anymore.
Right.
People cling to any external markers of success they can find.
Makes sense.
But what Gaddis shows us is how hollow those pursuits really are.
And this search for validation just leads to this deep sense of alienation, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, the characters are constantly comparing themselves to each other.
Yeah.
Trying to measure up to these impossible standards. So, yeah, no wonder they feel lost and fragmented.
It's like they're surrounded by people, but they're still completely alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what makes it worse is they're surrounded by people who are just as lost and insecure as they are. You know, everyone's putting on this act.
Yeah.
Trying to project an image of success and sophistication. But underneath it all, they're struggling with the same anxieties.
Like Stanley, for example. He's obviously intelligent, drawn to these big philosophical questions.
Yeah.
But he's also so worried about appearing successful, about fitting in with this crowd. And then, of course, there's that stolen object he carries around.
Right.
It's like a constant reminder of his own shortcomings.
It really is. It's like he's torn between wanting to be a good person and needing to conform.
Yeah.
He wants meaning, but he's trapped in this game that feels meaningless.
Totally. It makes me think about Benny and that obsession with the smell of a new car. He's looking for something real, something authentic, in a world that feels fake.
It's such a powerful image. this longing for escape that so many of these characters feel. They turn to drinking, gossip, intellectual posturing,
Yeah.
anything to distract themselves from the emptiness.
And then there's Anselm, who seems to represent, like, the darkest side of this whole era.
Yeah.
He's cynical, destructive, almost nihilistic. His pronouncements are shocking, often really disturbing.
Right.
But they force us to confront this darker side of this seemingly sophisticated society.
Yeah, it's like Anselm is this walking embodiment of societal breakdown, especially when he confesses about impersonating a doctor.
Right.
It shows this erosion of trust, this disintegration of ethics that marks this time period.
It's like Gaddis is saying, look, this is what happens when a society loses its moral compass.
Exactly. When appearances become more important than substance, when we value recognition above everything else.
And as the party falls apart, it becomes this microcosm of that larger breakdown. The guests who were so eager to be seen and admired, they're all running away, trying to escape however they can.
It's a powerful image, and it definitely leaves you with this feeling of unease. Like, what happens when the party's over? What then?
Right. Gaddis doesn't give us easy answers. There's no clear path to redemption or a sense of hope.
But maybe that's the point.
Maybe. It forces us to confront the complexities of our own time, our own anxieties, our own role in all of this.
Exactly.
And that's what makes The Recognitions such a challenging but ultimately rewarding book.
Absolutely.
It doesn't sugarcoat anything, but it also suggests that even in all this chaos, moments of genuine connection, moments of grace are still possible. It's up to us to find them. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into The Recognitions. What parts resonated with you the most? What are your thoughts on the themes we discussed? Let us know. Until next time, keep diving deep and keep those questions coming.